Greetings, humans. Greetings, and welcome back to another fun-filled episode. Bear here, 29-year veteran of the woods. That's where bears live, people. 7 out of 8 TikTok women, 7 out of 8 TikTok women would agree that Bear has not started the show very well, but they would also agree they'd rather see a bear in the woods than a man in the woods. It is YouTube's #1 show by a bear. Terrible news, people. Terrible news to start off this show. Unfortunately, people, very unfortunately, Bear having to close down the campaign. A lot of you might be saying, Bear, I didn't know you had a comic book you were selling. I'm not. I'm selling me. Yo Soy Bear, running Democrat Party national tickets. Gosh dang it, people, unfortunately. They decided to nominate some cackling weirdo. Born possibly in Jamaica/Canada. Not really sure about that, man, but, Anyways, so, that didn't quite work out. It was called by the big shots. That Bear, we need you to come in. We need you to take over for Brandon. All right. I'll do it. Reluctantly, but I'll do it. It was going to be a first, people. Well, second black individual in the White House, but a first of a bear in the White House. Well, maybe Andrew Jackson time frame, they might have had a bear stuck in there sometime. But, supposed to be in there. Voted in by the people. Unfortunately, a lot of shenanigans that went on, people, and, nobody really voted for the cackler out there, but she got the nod. Him and her and I guess little Timmy too, old tampon Timmy out there. So I am sorry, people. We're actually going to break ahead of RFK Jr. and go ahead. Put our full weight, vote multiple times for El Trumpo. I mean, he nearly got shot. Bear's nearly been shot. We got a lot in common out there. So, go ahead. Put the endorsement down for El Trumpo. Maybe Bear might get, a cabinet position, hopefully coming up here. Like to be Interior Secretary. Make sure what's going on in the interior. I think that is part of the Forest Service. Maybe agriculture. Well, I don't know much about agriculture. But anyways, people, I apologize. Well, not apologize. I got screwed, really. Bear got screwed royally. Bear and Fetterman, both. Neither of us are at the convention. I wanted to stay away from that roving van of vasectomies out there. Try saying that 3 times fast. They were just snipping away. I'm like, no, buddy, I ain't getting involved with that. So, unfortunately, having to call it a close, people, but thank all of you for your donations and well wishes out there. But, yeah, there we go. Hey, Bear, just found out the Democrat nominee thing didn't work out. Then you could take over, oh gosh, dang it, the frickin' thing with the heart. Hold on 1 second here, people. You can take over for RFK, as he seems to be dropping out. I am jumping ahead. RFK, I've already endorsed. So, hopefully Bear will be getting a cabinet position. I don't know, man. That'd be nice. That would be sitting on a easy street, people. Easy street. They'd come in, Secretary Bear, what shall we do about this or that? Rah! Oh, okay, all right. And they leave, and I don't know, what did he say? I don't know, but do whatever. That's how it would work out, people. So, that's all right, P-Money, that's right. Thank you for being the campaign manager. At least Bear can kind of convert some of his campaign cash into salmon, so... P-Money, how much money did we make during the campaign here? I need to figure out, fill out some tax forms and all that, so just let Bear know how much we made. Contributions around the country, really around the world, honestly. So, there we go. Thank all of you for your support and well wishes, but, once again, Democrat Party screwing over the little guy, for the big donors out there. So there you go. Hey, Melissa, you are second. You are second here, so you are an early bird. P-Money gambled it all away on his vacation. No wonder he was taking an 8-week vacation. He was stealing all the money from Bear. Gosh dang it, where the heck am I going to get my salmon now, for crying out loud? I have no freaking idea. None whatsoever. But thank you, P-Money. Thank you for all the work that you did on your vacation to help out Bear. We at least got one vote. I think we at least got one delegate, maybe two, out of the whole thing. P-Money was going around all of the cemeteries around, probably Canada and northern United States, trying to drum up some votes there. I guess we're just a little bit shy, so that's what happens, people. That's what happens. I mean, kind of a last-minute ditch for Bear, but that's all right, people. That's all right. We stood and are still standing tall, people. Standing tall, so there you go. All right, people. All right. Should Bear get into this? Gosh dang it, people. I'm not mad. I'm not angry. Disappointed, maybe? I don't know. There is a lot. There's been a lot of gaslighting going on regarding the fun time that Bear had last year at the Tampa Bay Comic Con, which you can go check out. Bear's got it up there. A lot of stuff being said out there that's like, wait a minute. Either the people there are misremembering or I will just say misremembering some stuff that's easily provable, not the way that they remembered it. Or, your keyboard warriors out there, your always online individuals, didn't even show up, didn't even hang out. Just decided to, go onto Twitter timelines, I suppose, and, start coming up with some fantastical stuff that never really happened, at least Bear didn't see. So, yeah, apparently, let me find it here. 1 second. I'll go check out Gary's thing. Blah, 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 blah. Where did I put that? Put that up here. Why is it not showing? Showing that. Oh, for crying out loud, Bear. Professional show. 1 second, people. 1 second here. Let me. Well, listen. Tampa Bay. There we go. That's all you need to know. Tampa Bay. It's coming up in a couple days. You can go check it out and everything. But listen, Bear had a great time down there. Well, enjoyed it immensely as his kind of first comic convention. So I don't really have anything to judge it either for or against. But had a great time. Let me see. Where did I put that? 1 second, people. Met some great. Let me bring you folks in here. There we go. Get that out of the way. I met some great folks out there. Graham Nolan had his great cigar party down there. I suppose that was a complete bust. I suppose that was just completely horrible. There's Shane right there. Shane just misremembering some stuff, apparently. I don't know. Apparently he just had a horrible time down there, but didn't bother sharing it with anybody until after the fact. So, I don't know. Kept it close to his vest? Who knows? But, I see a lot of this stuff online, and it's like, wait, either you weren't there and don't know, or, you were there, and hello, Mandy, didn't quite put pieces together. So if you ever want to check it out, Bear's got a whole, a playlist out there. If you want to go check it out, the Tampa Bay Comic Con playlist from last year, go check it out. Fun stuff, yada, yada, yada. So, anyways, there we are. Graham, all the good stuff. Had a great time. A lot of great people. The cigar thing with Graham. They did a whole out to eat kind of thing. Cecil took somebody to some Brazilian restaurant. It's like, Cecil, you big dummy. You freaking New Yorkers. I tell you, you don't know, man. You don't know. You go all the way to Tampa and you go to some Brazilian restaurant? What? No, man, come on. You had the Colombian right there, a couple blocks away from all the places out there. Excellent Cuban food. So I didn't go to that, but plenty of great times. Everybody's focused on the sex dungeon. Like, no, it was a club. It's a club that had some weird stuff going on, but it was a club, man. Just kind of chill your roll there. So, anyways, people fibbing on Bear. I'm being very diplomatic here, Amy. Or Melissa. Being very diplomatic, but here we go. I'm so happy you had a great time. Well, I did. It was fun. It was fun. Mandy was there. She was there. No, P-Money. It was, it was hella hot. It was very hot. So you don't see Bear sweating his you-know-what's off, but boy, oh boy, was he. So, anyways, I just wanted to make a quick mention right up front here for all the Clippers out there. All the Clippers. I mean, we got rid of Irene, Narwhal, Kelsey. Can somebody tell me why we got rid of Kelsey? Anybody? Oh, I didn't want to go on the Jack show. So what? Who cares? Yeah, there's Mandy right there. Yeah, just some bad decision making by some people out there that are either gaslighting or not, just doesn't know. Again, I've got all that stuff on video. People are saying, oh, there was no comic book sellers there. Yes, there was. I mean, not like the whole convention wasn't doing that. Yes, there were people selling other things besides comic books. I know, it's strange. It's true, but mainly, I mean, shoot, they had, I think, one or two booths right across from Shane and Mandy there. So, Graham Nolan was about a couple, like rows, I suppose, maybe a row or two away from where Shane and Irene and what is PTP's one? I forget it's called, Riot Press or something like that. They had their own table there, so, I mean, there was plenty of stuff going on. I just don't know if people are misremembering or the other out there. So, anyways. Diplomacy is good, says Melissa. Melissa would have had a prime spot in the Bear administration, Secretary of State. Why not? What the heck? She's very diplomatic herself. Conventions are busy places, so it's not hard. It's not so hard to get stuff mixed up. I know, especially when you've got it on video and it's like, yeah, it's right. It's literally right there. It's not that complicated, people. I don't know. Cool, you met Irene. She's done a number of Marvel comics. And the legendary bootay of Irene Strakowski. Yes, indeed. That's a great picture. I love it. She's fun. She met with everybody. I was lucky to be able to get a picture. Honestly, she was crowded around by everybody and then some. So, yeah, let's get rid of Irene. Yeah, what the heck? Why not? Because, somebody said some stuff online that wasn't, the greatest. So, if you're not 100% behind Comic Date, then, if you're only 99%, out of here. I don't know, man. Can't tell you, man. Can't tell you. There's Elliot there. That's a fun one. We snuck up behind him there. He was talking with somebody else. And the great Eric Huffles. I haven't seen Eric in quite a while here, but great Eric Huffles taking the pictures. Anyway, so that was that. I just wanted to make little mention of that here, since some of the people are, oh, you remember last year when it was so terrible? It's like, no, not at all. I don't recall that at all. So, anyhow. Let's see. P-Money just came back from buying his kids, school supplies. His wallet is sad. Sorry to hear that, P-Money. We have it here in Florida, where it's like a tax-free. If you go and you buy school supplies, even like computers and stuff, it's tax-free. At least state tax-free. Can't get rid of the IRS. That would have been another Bear administration promise. So, anyways, there we go. All right, people, let's get to it here. We've got a number of other campaigns. That would be campaign updates. Let's get to it here, people. Oh, for crying out loud. As we always do, try and give a little shout out to Gary Shipman doing his thing with Titan, rather. Mouse of Might Volume 3. Go check it out, people. He needs your support. Needs your support more than anything. But also somebody that needs... Well, he's already got support, for crying out loud. But let's go ahead and check it out anyways. Gosh dang it. What the hell's going on here, man? Professional show. Barry, you wanted to be president of the United States and you can't even put on a professional show. From your boy, Zach. And I listen, people, if you're going to ask, Bear has... I hardly ever watch his channel. He kind of gets a little bit... probably a little bit like Bear. I try not to, but, way off the topic. It takes a while for him to kind of come around to the topic there. But I have no idea what's going on. Your boy Zach, all of the Friday Night Tights crew and all that sort of stuff. I couldn't tell you. I haven't watched the Friday Night Tights folks in years and years. I'm probably a leader early on with saying goodbye to those folks. So, what do you get for being Cassandra? Not much. Anyway, so if you have any questions, I don't know. Books are at the Fulfillment Center. It is your last chance, people, to update your address. He says, hi, everyone. Hiya, boy. The books and pinups arrived at the Fulfillment Center. This is your last chance. Update your address. He uses email and says, thanks, the ever brief Richard C. Meyer. And there you go. Holy cow, 2,500 copies of Dale Keown's cover. Holy cow. I have, let's see, first kill, cover graphic novel. I'm not sure what PU means. Not sure what the... I know what PU means, but first kill PU. I'm not sure what that's... Anyways, 2,500 there, and a number of other covers there as well. So good stuff. And Impossible Stars. Pretty cool. $12.50 each. So I'm looking forward to Impossible Stars. Good book. Enjoyed that. Looking forward to First Kill as well. Or Rambo book. That's how we got involved with the watch along. So anyways, if you ordered it and have moved, make sure you let them know really quick so you can get your book. First Kill pinup, maybe. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Okay, yeah, because it's all equal. Okay, alright, I got you. Yep, pinup. Very cool. I should have read it because that's literally right there, in bold. But, that's what you get sometimes. So there we go, people. Go check it out. If you haven't already, then it's too late. So we can't really help you at this point, people. I'm sorry. So sorry about that. Anyways, moving on because we have his cover here as well for I didn't get this one, so I apologize. Iron Sights, is that the name of it? Iron Sights 3. Kenneth Lowe, he had some trouble with Kelsey, I think, so he ended up going with Kenneth Lowe. It almost looks like more of a page, really, than a cover. But there you go. If you wanted to check it out, there is that. But first, but continuing, or something, I don't know, whatever. Kit Carter is also at the printers. Hey, everyone. Hey, Aaron. Kit Carter was delivered to the printers last week, and I finally proved the hardcover proofs for the books. It covers today. Got a tentative print date of September 9th. That's not a guarantee, but he remains hopeful. They'll be in the neighborhood. After printing, the books have to be bound, boxed, and shipped. If everything works out, he should have the comic books in his hand before the end of September. The boldness, Aaron. For crying out loud. Try to get through it. If the dates move, he'll let you know. The art for the comic book stickers stretch goal went to the printers yesterday. Everything associated with the Kit Carter campaign It's either in his hands or at the printers. Love me long now. Thank you for all your support of Kid Carter Planet Doom and all things Empire Comics. There you go. So pretty cool there. I like his little, I guess, logo. Splash logo of something there. Anyways, pretty cool. Pretty cool. Including the guy with the universe as a head. That's kind of a new look there. That must be in Kid Carter. So, interesting. Or it might be, it probably is in Wraith of God 2 that I still have not read and desperately need to get around to, people. I tell you, I am way... Listen, people, I'll tell you. Godlike ruined bear. Honestly, let me just say that right here, right now. Yeah, Godlike was not a good book, and it really kind of just... oh man, it just... it ruined Bear. It literally ruined Bear. So, again, the same crowd that's saying Tampa Bay's terrible. Oh, Godlike's a good book. No, it's not. Shut up. What's the story of Godlike? Ask him that. Oh, blah, blah, blah. Well, you know, he grabbed the sword and the thing, blah, 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 yada, yada. Yeah, get lost. Get lost. You don't know what the story is. Nobody does. I don't even think John May Lynn knows. Gosh, dang it. Anyhow. We have not done this for quite a while, people, and there's a reason why. Billy Tucci, starter of the Woo Flu, bears opinion here. A long time ago, probably about a year and a half ago, he's coming out with one of his She books. Got the book, was really enjoying it. I gotta put it in order for the head sketch. Never got the head sketch, or, you know, the interior page book. Never got that. Emailed multiple times. Even did the whole, you know, give a wine to Deborah Tucci. Nothing. So I was like, all right, I'm not gonna go back there. Decided to give it one more shot with this She. I'd gotten the original She way back when they had his first campaign. Way back when. So I was like, well, let me just go ahead and kind of complete the circle there. 1994 to 2024, so, you know, tentatively wanted to check it out, but I'm a little iffy. Still a little iffy here. So that's why we haven't done too much of the Billy Tucci stuff here. We are assembling binders and packing orders as I write this. Metal books are in and gorgeous. I'm reviewing pledges and assigning numbers, so they should start shipping by the end of the week, early next week. Cool. And the scripts should be arriving any minute now, so everyone should be receiving their rewards in the next few weeks. I'm not sure what she's talking about there. I guess the script of the book? I don't know. Thank you so much for your patience. With gratitude. That's from Deborah Tucci. So, there you go, people. If you want to check out some binders of She. There you go, people. There you are. Alright. Let's see. I had one more, I thought. Yes. Yes, indeed. From the great Graham Nolan. Just very quickly, he had some art to drop here, people. So, looking pretty good from Joe Frankenstein number 3. I still need to read 1 and 2. Ay. But, looking pretty good. Looking pretty, that's it. He just talks about it a little bit there, but, I like the artwork. Good job, Graham. Keep up the good work. Looking forward, hopefully in the next couple days or weeks, we'll be getting in Monster Island. So, hopefully check that out. Who's the Spectre-looking character with Aaron stuff? Let me bring that up. Hold on 1 second. Need to bring that back here. Thing with the thing. Come on, Bear, do your thing. Not a professional show anymore, for crying out loud. Okay, let's see. And I had that. Let's see. Was that there? There we go. All right. I don't know. I'm assuming you're talking about the guy on the bottom right there with the I don't know, universe for a head? Not really sure there, but maybe that is in the Kid Carter book. I couldn't tell you. Interesting character. That's pretty interesting, but man, I mean, imagine drawing that page after page. I gotta put in the whole universe in this guy's head again. Where would his mouth be? You know, it'd be cool if he had like a black hole as a mouth, and it kind of like moved or shifted around. But that might be a little too much. Might be a little too much there. The she poster Tucci sent P Money. He had to hide from the wife. Yeah, on the first campaign, I accidentally got the posters. Ended up getting the posters instead of one of the books. So I made the mix-up there. I think it was one of the last posters, big posters that Beer got. I still have them around somewhere. That's some interesting stuff. I like it. I'll put the link to the thing in here somewhere whenever we do the archive, people. By the way, go check out the archive channel. Gosh dang it, Beer doesn't talk about it often enough. I am like this close from 500 subscribers there. So thank all of you over there if you're listening. If you're listening to Beer now, yes indeed. And thank you for staying in. Thank you so much. All right, what was I? Where was I? Was that it? That was it, people. That was all of our campaign updates so far. So hopefully that got you updated, people. All right, let's get into some really interesting news of the day, people. News of the day here because, you know, it's interesting. A lot of people are getting, I mean, it's kind of a couple years behind. Usually it was a couple years back, but like everybody and their grandmother is getting into the streaming platform. And there was an interesting one here. There was a very interesting new streaming service on the horizon. I don't know if any of you will be able to guess who the new streaming platform is going to be. You listen, you will never guess. I'll put it to you that way. You'll never guess. Go ahead, put it in your mind right now. Okay, you've got, all right, your X company, I'm going to start up a streaming service. Who am I? What company might start up a streaming service? The archive channel where somehow Bear's voice goes deeper than when he's live. That's true. It's little shenanigans with YouTube. I don't know what's going on. No clue, says P-Money. No clue. Grandma Bear has her own streaming service. Salmon cookies, you're close. You're close, Amy. With the cookies part, not Grandma Bear. R.I.P. Grandma Bear. I wish Bear could have some delicious Grandma Bear cookies now. Oh, she could make the world a whole lot better. Good old Grandma Bear. All right, since none of you can guess, I couldn't guess either, man. This is flippin' crazy. I'm sure you've been there before. That would be Chick-fil-A hatches a plan for streaming service as a reality TV. Comes home to for crying out loud. The puns paid by the puns here for crying out loud. At Deadline, Peter White out here. Exclusive. Oh man, I'm sure he's glad he got the Chick-fil-A exclusive here. Chick-fil-A is moving aggressively, people, into the entertainment space with plans to launch a slate of originals for its own streaming platform. What? Deadline understands that the fast food firm has been working with a number of major production companies, including some of the studios, to create family-friendly shows, particularly in the unscripted space. Take that, Disney. It is also in talks to license and acquire content. Okay. Is it going to be a scratch and sniff show? I don't know. We hear this includes a family-friendly game show from Glassman Media, behind NBC's The Wall. The what? The Wall. What the hell? Hold on, people. The Wall. Let's see. Oops. The Wall. I've never heard of The Wall before. What the heck? Okay, look up. No, not the David Gilmour album, for crying out loud. Not the Pink Floyd one. Alright, anyways. And Michael Sugar 23 is behind such series as Netflix's 13 Reasons Why. Okay. A Deadline understands this show has been handed a 10-episode order. I guess if you're sitting in line there at the Chick-fil-A drive-thru, you got something to watch. Budgets on the unscripted side are believed to be in the range of $400,000 per half hour. Holy moly. Holy moly! Sources told us the idea is to launch later this year, and there's also talk of scripted projects and animation, people. And animation. Brian Gibson, who's worked on the series, including history's Top Gear remake. Pardon me. Grab a drink here, 1 second. And Fox's adaptation of the X Factor. I don't know what that is. Is that another one of those singing competitions? I have no idea, people. I couldn't tell you. Is leading the program's charge there at Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A, known for its fried chicken sandwiches, is the latest company outside of the entertainment industry to move into making its own originals. Joins the likes of Lyft. Oh boy. Which has produced shows such as Lucky Lift, a game show hosted by... I was not expecting Bob the Drag Queen to make an appearance on Lucky Lift. Boy, that's got to be an awkward ride. You get the Lucky Lift and there's Bob the Drag Queen. Honk, honk. Get in my car, fellas. Bob, I gotta ask for him by name. Who are we gonna have to produce our game show? We need a good host out there to host our game show, Lucky Lift. I don't know, who should we get, Jenkins? I know, Bob the Drag Queen. Excellent idea. And Airbnb, which previously produced documentary The Gay Chorus Deep South. Oh, God. What? Well, that's going to work really well with known Christian enthusiast, closed on Sundays, Chick-fil-A. That ought to be good. Gay Chorus Deep South. I'm sure there might be a double entendre there. I'm not so sure. Bob the Drag Queen, Gay Chorus, Deep South, and now Chick-fil-A, which operates over 3,000 restaurants in the U.S., has previously produced content for its own site, including Stories of Evergreen Hills. We've all heard of that, right? A series of short animated films that also diversified into other areas, such as making children's puzzles and games under its Penny Cake brand. Well, I can understand, doing that. Puzzles and games, you can, it's kind of like a Happy Meal, I guess. That makes sense. Streaming? Not so sure about that. Of course, hey, look, Netflix started by being a kind of a rental DVD. You put the DVD in the mail and you send it off, and you get another one back, and they decided, hey, instead of the DVDs, why don't we just put it online and sell it to people that way? Now Netflix is one of the biggest companies in the world, so Chick-fil-A could pivot from selling chicken sandwiches to being a streaming powerhouse. Paramount's losing billions of dollars, Warner Brothers losing billions, Disney barely breaking even, all that sort of stuff. I don't know, people. I don't know. Chick-fil-A out there streaming service. Who out there was watching Netflix and thinking, boy, I wish a fast food company could create a streaming service? Gosh, dang it, I have this stupid heart in the way. To know what people want to watch. Yeah, there you go. Sorry, I got the freaking heart in the way. I'm going to hit that heart if you hate that heart. There we go. Hit that. Gosh, dang it. There we go. Anyways. No, don't put them in timeout. There we go. Alright, people. I hope this news has not stunned you so much Because there is more. There is... all of this is stunning news, really, but stunning breaking news, people. Breaking. Just moments ago. Just got this in... from Variety, people. Hold on to your butts. Because the Alkaline is dead, people. D-E-A-D, dead. Star Wars, a series won't return for season 2. I'm so sorry, people. I'm so sorry you don't get to check out whatever the name of this lady is in her new adventure in season 2 of the Alkaline. What the hell is she wearing? What kind of Maoist outfit is going on here? Like, come on, man. Like, seriously. Like, why does everybody have to be in some sort of freaking, Soviet-like, dreary, no color whatsoever, just drab outfits. Brown on brown on brown. There's brown in the background. Her hair is brown. Everything's brown. Her backpack's brown. Off her crying. Listen, no wonder it doesn't work, okay? No wonder. Bear always says this, and I'll say it again. I mean, take the history of the Soviet Union. Chinese, communist China out there. I don't know. North Korea, Cuba. I mean, give me one great artist that ever came out of that. Or one great piece of art that ever came out of any of those countries with their socialism, communism. This is why, right? The blandness. It's all bland. It's just like, blah. Blah. Man, oh man. I could go on with the article, but listen, I'm done, people. I had never even watched it. I don't even know what the hell the show is about. It's about an Alkaline. And, there was a guy that took off his shirt that all the ladies were, like, really, really hot about. It's like, it's a kid's show, for crying out loud. What the hell are you people doing, for crying out loud? Something about the helmet. The guy had a helmet that wouldn't have the lightsaber. The lightsaber wouldn't go through the helmet. I'm like, well, why not make the entire bodysuit out of that? Why are you just doing the hell? I don't know. It's a stupid show. I don't know anything about it. Not sad to see it go, because just look at the blandness, people. Blandness! For crying out loud. Horrible. Horrible. No, not the Acolyte show. The Star Wars show I never watched, says B Money. Amy says yay. I mean, I'm sorry. I haven't been this sad since Disney got rid of She-Hulk. That'd be another show that P Money has not watched. There you go. Adam B. Vario at Variety. Blah, 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 blah. Yada, yada, yada. It ended on a cliffhanger. Oh, no. That's terrible. News comes as a shock. It's shocking, people. But not much of a surprise, apparently, given the widely opposing reception from the fans. And the less than robust viewership that appeared to drop off after the series premiered in June. So it's shocking, but not much of a surprise there to Adam B. Very. He is very, very not into it there. Not into it at all. So sad, says Amy. So sad indeed, people. Well, there you go. Apparently a number of your, I guess, YouTube personalities out there will have something to talk about for the next week or so. So there you go, people. There you go. Is this the only this is the, like, I've seen a couple different stills from the show, and that's like the only expression that this lady ever gives. It's like, I don't know if she's shocked, happy, horrified, hungry. I have no idea. None whatsoever. So, anyways, so sorry to break that news to you people. So sorry. Yes, indeed. Once again, people, Mrs. quote-unquote Mrs. Deadpool out there. Yes, I know. Hold on to your butts again. Hold on to your butts again. And we're continuing down the rabbit hole with the It Ends With Us, quote-unquote franchise. Might already be dead before it even got off the ground. Blake Lively and Justin Badoli feud out here. It gets... People, just when you thought it couldn't get any weirder, it gets weirder. Oh, it gets even weirder than you can think, people. Under ordinary circumstances, this is Hollywood Reporter and, I don't know, somebody over there. A sequel to the female-focused drama It Ends With Us would be a no-brainer. The $25 million budgeted Sony Pictures. It's made over $180 million globally. Holy cow. What? That no-talent hack? Okay. All right. Interesting. Author Colleen Hoover already published a best-selling sequel. The 2022 novel, It Starts With Us. Oh, wow. What a interesting title there. But the well-publicized rift between star producer Blake Lively, a.k.a. Mrs. quote-unquote Mrs. Deadpool, got more on that in a moment, and director star Justin Badoli has observers now wondering whether a sequel is viable, at least with both of them now involved. Brie Larson is the only person with less expression, says P-Money. Quit picking on Brie Larson, America's sweetheart. Both Lively's flower shop owner Lily and Badoli's abusive neurosurgeon Ryle are in the book sequel. Further complicating matters, Badoli developed It Ends With Us from the ground up after acquiring the rights from Hoover 5 years ago via his Wayfarer Studios. Sources say Wayfarer has rights to the sequel It Starts With Us, which would mean Lively and Badoli working together. I doubt that. Even if Badoli did not direct and his role was recast. Sony distributed It Ends With Us, and insiders tell The Hollywood Reporter the studio would also have the right to distribute the sequel. There you go. After the movie's release, social media users dug up cringe-worthy, light-hearted. How can it be cringe-worthy and light-hearted? I interviewed snippets from Lively and criticized her cross-promotion of new hair care line, giving the film's domestic violence subject matter. Then they gotta put in the, also. Badoli has also been accused of fostering an uncomfortable set that alienated Lively and the cast. Or she could be, a witch with a bee. You never know. You never know, man. My goodness, Acolyte is gone. Now It Ends With Us might be gone too. You're giving us nothing but bad news today, says P-Money. Well, I'm not even sure Mrs. Deadpool is a Mrs. P-Money. I know it gets even shockinger. Shockinger? We'll go with shockinger. I tell you, people, Bear just scratches the surface and all of a sudden all hell breaks loose, man. Listen, I don't care about Blake Lively, quote unquote. I don't care about her, whatever, who cares? But, we shall continue here, people. Page 6, Gabby Duncan. Blake Lively called out again, people, for repeatedly using a problematic transgender slur. Resurfaced interviews. But I think they're bearing the lead, people. Blake Lively has come under fire yet again for repeatedly using a transgendered slur. Resurfaced interviews. Man, oh man. Of course, they're resurfaced. Nobody watched them the first time because she's a no-talent hack. Nobody cared about her other movies because, she couldn't open anything. She could barely open a book, for crying out loud. The Ends With Us star was called out on social media Sunday when a fan referenced a remark she made about her future children in a 2012 interview with Elle magazine. Sometimes I'll be quietly going about my... Oh, that's whatever. He shared an image of her quote, which read, I hope to have a few girls one day. If not girls, they better be trannies, because I have some amazing shoes and bags and stories that need to be appreciated. So she's going to take her male children and turn them around, Because she spent some money on bags and shoes that she wants to give out. There you go. Or possibly even deeper, people. Fans reacted, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. I don't care about all that. However, others had grace for the Gossip Girl alum while acknowledging she could have articulated, quote-unquote, herself better. And then they go around, blah, 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 yada, 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 yada. Who the hell wears a corset on the outside of her shirt? Not really sure here, people. Yeah, it. Apparently, I don't know. Listen, I'm reporting the news here. I'm not trying to call out anybody here. But the actress had previously used the word in a 29 interview with Allure, discussing her insecurities on Gossip Girl. I feel like a tranny a lot of times. I don't know, I'm large. They put me in 6-inch heels and I tower over every man. Got this long hair and a couple of clothes and makeups. I just feel big a lot of the time and I'm surrounded by a lot of people. I feel like a man sometimes. That's right, people. Blake Lively, possibly a transsexual. I'm telling you, people, it got weird, and it keeps getting even weirder, people. Mrs. Deadpool might not even be a Mrs. Think about that, man. Think about that. The biggest romantic movie in some years might be some dude in a dress. I know, people. Shocked face. Shocked face. Let me grab a drink. I am so shocked. So shocked. I mean, once you see it, you can't unsee it, people. You gotta say, wait a minute. That lady looks like a dude, man. Lady looks like a dude. So we finally... I have no idea what the next show is gonna bring, people. I mean, I'm flabbergasted like all of you are. Flabbergasted. Flabbergasted. Dang, I feel like a man, says P-Money. About Blake Lively. Yes, indeed. Shania Twain, sung by Blake Lively. Dang, I feel like a man. Well, going from one testosterone-fueled individual to another, people. That'd be the Hulkster. From The Hollywood Reporter. Zoe G. Phillips. Hulk Hogan jokes he wants to body slam Kamala. Questions her racial identity, as do we all. Hulk Hogan asked a raucous crowd of supporters on Monday if he should body slam Kamala Harris. Is it Kamala? Kamala? Kumala? I don't care. Whatever the hell, people. Before going on to question the Democrat presidential nominee. Gosh dang it, she's the nominee. Racial identity. Hogan made remarks while speaking at an event in Medina, Ohio, where he was promoting his new beer, as one does. Wait a minute, didn't... Oh no, I think it was his son. I think it was his son that had the bad DUI accident. I was like, holy cow. Trump, you don't want to do that. Trump. Hulk Hogan. You want me to body slam somebody, brother? He asked while hyping up the crowd in a video published by TMZ. Brother, you want me to body slam Kamala Harris? Hogan mispronounced Harris's first name. Notice they put Harris's first name. They didn't put her actual first name. When he posed the question, brother, to continue to do so throughout the segments. I said, do you want me to body slam Kamala Harris? Do you want me to drop the leg on Kamala? The WWE star then moved into question about the vice president's racial identity. Shocking. Oh my goodness. With the former president saying in July, I don't know if she was black. Well, a number of years ago, was she happy to turn black? And now she wants to be known as black. I don't know. Is she Indian or is she black? Well, we've kind of determined that here. She's Indian. She ain't black. According to our official blackman. Well, if there was a WWE wrestler named Kamala, I don't know. Was there? That's interesting. Maybe they should have brought him up. That would have been funny. On Monday, Hogan asked the crowd, "Brother, is Kamala a chameleon? Is she Indian?" As the crowd continued to cheer, Hogan made a gesture with his hand mocking Native Americans. Harris is not Native American. It's the other Indian. Her mother was from India. Her father was from Jamaica, by way of Ireland. I'm not gonna get the heat for that one. I'm not gonna get the heat for that one, brother. That was not me. That was the beers talking. Plural. Hogan is an avid supporter of Trump. He appeared at the RNC when he stood on stage and ripped his shirt in half to reveal a Trump Vance tank top underneath. Yada, 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 blah, blah, blah. They had to drag him down. But there you go. Come on, brother. Do the body slam on comedy. I would pay to see that, honestly. Forget the debates. I just want to see Hulk Hogan and Kamala Harris wrestle. I mean, listen, Bear was there. He offered to wrestle Vladimir Putin for all of the Ukraine. And then I guess part of the chunk that they took off of Russia now. So there you go. You should have took Bear up on the offer, Vladimir. Should have took Bear up on the offer. I can't help you now, man. Can't help you now. There you go. All right, let me grab a drink 1 second. Scratchy throat today, people. I apologize. All right, from that would be the New York Post, people. And by a dot. Once again, that dot just gets around, man. A woman born without arms and with short legs can now drive. Look out, people. After 7 years and almost 100K. I don't know if 100K helps you drive, but okay, let's find out together, people. Aha! A Canadian woman, born without arms and with short legs, has fulfilled a lifelong dream, being able to drive after years of obstacles and a heavy price tag on this specialized car of her dreams, people. Car of her dreams. Apparently it's a little person in a mini. You can't make that up, people. Can't make it up. Tally Osborne, 44, got her license in Las Vegas. Look out! Is now tooling around after a 7-year ordeal dragged out by the Wu flu pandemic, a $1,000 occupational therapist appointment, and a quote of nearly $100,000 for a fuchsia Mini Cooper modified to her needs. Osborne said she's proud of herself for not giving up on the goal. She just keeps reaching higher and higher. Never mind. If you truly want to achieve something, you can do it no matter what the hurdle, said the little person. Osborne said that when she got an estimate of nearly $100,000 to modify the car to fit her needs, she almost, quote, barfed. She had bought the used model without the modifications. Then, not long after, the Wu flu began, thanks China, and without enough money to fully adapt it to her needs, her mom suggested selling the car. If I sell the car, that's literally me giving up on this dream. And I've come this far already, she said. Like, I have my dream car, so I just kept paying for it and paying the insurance. Osborne then got a call from War Amp's Child Amputee Program. I apologize, people. It is the dyslexia. I apologize out there. Which provides child amputees financial assistance for artificial limbs. The group said it would help pay for the modifications. Look out! Look out, people! Look, hands free, Ma! Hands free! How she reached the pedal, I don't know. Gotta wash that car, though. Shouldn't be laughing here. I almost cried, she recalled. Modifications on the car included a 5-inch diameter steering wheel mounted on the left door with a cup that can be used to turn the wheel, extended gas and brake pedals, and a touchscreen that Osborne uses to change gears and for turn signals. Look out, people in Canada. The car is also fitted with a seatbelt Osborne can put on herself. Once the car was complete, Osborne had to face yet another... Please, people, don't do the hurdles, please. Craig out loud. Getting her driver's license in Nevada. But she's from Canada. What the hell? Which involved a doctor's note from an occupational therapist and forms that required details about her illness. It's not an illness. You don't have any arms. I mean, it's not like you could take a drug and grow your arms back. I don't know. Maybe Pfizer is working on that. I was born that way, and nothing's changing, she told the outlet. It was just kind of degrading for me, because I'm not ill. Yeah, I know. What's the deal with that? So I felt so disgusted. Well, I guess she can get her medical marijuana, so, a little from column A, a little from column B. In Canada, we let anyone drive, says P-Money, including bears, apparently. Osborne, who works as a motivational speaker, of course. So they're in the other kind. Has been documenting her journey on being able to drive on social media. I'm sure with a lot of people going, wow, look out, run. While the response has been largely positive, she said she still receives some comments questioning her need and ability to drive on her own. What the hell's going on? Four! When you're just swinging with your chin, do you get like an 85 handicap? I mean, if you're already handicapped, do you get an extra handicap? I don't know. It makes me sad that they see me and they see this amazing video, and that's where they go. For me to get my license, it's 1,000,000 times harder, so I'm going to be 1,000,000 times better driver. Sure. She now hopes to travel to California to visit friends. Look out! And she'll likely be receiving even more visitors of her own. According to her little sister, how short is she? Mir, who says she cannot wait for her sibling to pick her up from the airport the next time she's in town. I cannot stress to you enough how eager I've been for this to happen, because it's sort of been something we've talked about, dreamt about, kind of tried to imagine for decades since we were young. Very positive thing in the right direction for a level of independence and freedom that a lot of people with disabilities don't get to have. They don't get to have the pleasure of washing their car with their chin. Does anybody else get the joke of the mini car with a mini person in there? I think that's funny. P-Money saw 8-year-olds driving quads. What is a quad? Is that like an ATV? Is that like a four-wheeler? We call it four-wheelers down here in America, P-Money. We don't call them quads. That's some, like, metric stuff, dude. We don't do that here in America. God dang it. Look out! Ah! There you go, people. There you are. Published by somebody. I have no idea who. The Dot, apparently. Well, going from automotive news to automotive news, people. From the good folks out at the Drive and Beverly Braga. Don't be bragging. Washington State forces 60-year-old auto shop out of business for salmon. Ooh. I am conflicted about this, people. I don't want to put people out of business, but I am for salmon, so it's kind of a balancing act here for beer. A Washington State auto repair shop has learned that saving the manuals is less of a concern than saving the salmon. Hashtag save the salmon. Sorry, Barrier. ATVs apologizing for our Canadian foreign language. That's all right, eh? That's all right. A Ballinger Automotive, a decades-old business in Lake Forest Park, was recently forced by the state to shutter its doors to make way for the migrating fish. Watch out! They're going right through the parking lot, apparently. Lake Forest Park is a small city just located outside of Seattle on the northern tip of Lake Washington, with a population just shy of 1,400. It does have a notable claim to fame in former resident Rainn Wilson. That's it. I don't know. Really? Actor, comedian, delightful. If you're a fan of The Office, I guess. Whatever. I don't know, man. Owner Ron Ricker. That'd be cool if it was Rick Ricker. Screw it. I'm going to call him Rick Ricker. Owner Rick Ricker started his automotive business more than 60 years ago. The Lion Creek runs through the property, and in the 60s, Rick Ricker built a culvert to keep the water flowing as he prepared to also replace the gas pumps situated above it. However, according to the Seattle Times, the Washington State Department of Transportation deemed the channel that Rick Ricker built as too narrow, which created a, quote, fire hose effect when the creek ran high and thus blocked salmon migration. A Daily Mail also reported that 1996 heavy rain, caused the stream to swell, creating a sinkhole that ultimately toppled the culvert. Rick Rickard had to shut down the gas station, leaving only the repair shop to continue as a business. He said the city's own culvert further downstream was to blame, obviously, saying it was undersized and led to the pavement collapse on his property. But it was one of many culverts and water channels that apparently block salmon migration in western Washington. Following the Seattle Times investigation, the state was required to replace hundreds of failed or failing culverts as part of a salmon recovery program, the state's largest ever, which, by the way, doesn't work. So all this stuff is for naught. The salmon stuff, where they're counting the fish and the little, like they take down, they've blown up so many dams. They've taken down all these dams. They got these little windows, I suppose, on the stream where people are like counting the fish as they go by. It's like, oh, there's a fish. There's another fish. Oh, there's a fish as well. Oh boy, we're saving the salmon. Oh boy. No, they're not. The salmon population has not increased one bit, people. Rick Ricker's long collapsed culvert was one of those replaced. The WSDOT's acclaimed eminent domain, how dare you, on part of its multi-billion-dollar wildlife project. Once again, getting rid of businesses to save the environment. Although the culvert is located on a small portion of the property, it's the section that his auto shop is also located on. Ideally, governments don't seize private property. Yeah, right. For the sake of public use. But the WSDOT stated in a court filing that Ballinger Automotive takeaway was necessary. Of course. We must appropriate that. Come on, comrades. Let's take over this business. For the salmon, don't you know? In June, some hack judge ruled that the state's claim was valid. I'm sure it was. Rick Rickard said that he tried for years to bring the state, city, tribal officials. What the hell? Didn't we win that war? Tribal officials together to collaborate on a remedy to repair that section of the creek so as to keep his shop in business. See, he wants to keep it. Come on, man. Listen, I'm here. I'm doing business. Let's help out the salmon, but let's keep us in business. He added there are many other sections along the creek that block the salmon. Gosh dang it, don't you know? Pardon me. Well, Bear, in fairness, bears don't help increase the salmon population either. That's true. That's true. At 87 years old, the WSDOT action meant retirement. Forced retirement. for Rick Rickard and unemployment for his employees, obviously. The automotive ran a steady business and received overwhelmingly positive reviews for its quality work and customer service. No longer, people. In an olive branch attempt, the West Dots provided Rick Rickard with other auto shop locations he could lease. Oh boy. So he already owns the property that you took away. But hey, let's give you a lease on another one. Yeah, that'll work. Bunch of commies. But none were actually comparable or appropriate to Bellinger Automotive's size and needs. That's part of eminent domain. You need to give fair value for what you're taking away. What did Washington State do? Appropriate. Good comrade, we shall appropriate, like in Venezuela. Yes. See that building over there? Appropriate. That one over there? Appropriate. For the people, comrade. Issues included little parking, too many bays, high rental rates that would require tripling the shop's current business. The West Dots also apparently offered $124,000 to Ricker for a small piece of his land, which Ricker dismissed, stating that it wasn't enough compensation for a business that was paid off, and probably not even enough for his property there. That looks like it would be a little bit more than 100. Okay. They're spending billions of dollars. I forget, how much did it say? Well, it doesn't say. I was trying to find it here 1 second. Anyways, billions of dollars. Billions of dollars to come help him out. Multi-billion dollar. What did they give him? $124,000. Take it or leave it, pal. Take it or leave it. We're the West Dots. We gotta save the salmon. Take it or leave it, pal. And he says, I'm gonna leave it. Screw you. And let's see, what was the end of it here? Ricker is fighting back. He will get his day in court. Gosh dang it. If you don't hate the court system, you're not paying attention. They're terrible. Awful. That's right, I'm calling you out, court system. He will get his day in court for his shutdown business. Here it is in August. Probably, it closed in July, right? In June. They says, oh yeah, that's valid, sure enough. He gets his day in court in January. 6 months down the line. Good job, courts. Thank you, hacks in black in Washington State. Ah, God. Listen, people, it is a very hard competition. Executive, legislative, or judicial. Which one's the worst? I gotta say the judicial. They're terrible. Awful. I'll say that till my grave, people. Say it till my grave. Hopefully not coming soon. We'll just put that out there. For you good people out here. Alright, these are more kind of harsh stories, so maybe we'll save that for another time here, people. But there we go, people. We are still standing tall from all the craziness in Tampa Bay last year, all the craziness that's going on this year. Even though Bear didn't get his Democrat nominee, strange convention, going around the freaking venue with a vasectomy van. I'm like, yes, it should be mandatory. Anybody that's going to the DNC, mandatory vasectomy. I think that would be a good proposal. I'd rather be alone in the woods with a bear than in the court system. Definitely be treated more fairly, that's for sure. Oh, hey, Sam, good to have you here. Great to have you here. How is life way down under, sir? I hope it's doing all right. Wait a minute, hold on. It's going into fall here. So he's got to be going into spring, right? Is that how it works? He's going from winter into spring. So it should be nicening up there in Australia. We're starting to get some leaves here falling down. Bear's noticed a couple leaves. Say, wait a minute, those leaves are brown. We must have fall somewhere close by. Somewhere close by. So hope you're doing well way down under, sir. Let's see. Anyone going to the DNC wanting to prevent themselves from procreating, I'm all for it. You think I'm joking, Peabody? They literally have a van. Well, maybe not a van, like one of these, a large truck or semi or something like that that's going round DNC or Chicago area. Free vasectomies and abortion pills. Now they're trying to say, we need to keep abortion rights. Illinois has like one of the loosest abortion laws. In fact, that's what the whole Supreme Court thing was about. It's like, yeah, we'll send her back to the states. You guys decide. Illinois says, yeah, let's go for everything. Maybe 2 months after, we're good for it as well. So no, that's literally something that's going on. It is going around. Yes, yeah, there you go. Snip, snip, says Tam. There you go. Hey, maybe P-Money, maybe it's a good thing that we didn't go to the DNC this year. I'm kind of thinking we dodged a bullet in more ways than one here. So, oy. I haven't heard that, Sam. All I've heard is, like, I forget which drug it is. There's, like, an abortion pill drug that apparently you can take and it's like within the first couple months, if Bear recalls correctly. It's not like 9 months or any of that. Anyways, horrible stuff. But anyways, that is just. I mean, can you think about that? I mean, just like we're gonna have a van that goes around and snip, and giving ladies the abortion pill because we're protesting. The pro-life people. It'll show them. Not really. I mean, if you think about it, your political party is going to be shrinking instead of growing. But hey, that's all right. I'm not here to get in the way of that. Me and Baron Fetterman just stood back. He says, no, sir, Bob. We're going to stand back from all this. Not going to get involved with any of the River to Sea crowd either out there. Ay. Ruth just woke up from a nap. She says, hi, Bear. Sorry I missed you. Oh, well, Ruth, you were here in spirits, so we appreciate you. We do. We always appreciate you. I hope you one day get that statue that you so richly deserve from OP Money out here. OP Money. Ideas are not genetic. That's true. Ideas are not genetic, but at least people won't be raised with those beliefs. Well, we'll just import more of them from south of the border. Left don't have kids, they have your kids. Yeah, that's true. Turning them around. We had a story here. Blake Lively. It just gets more and more weird out there. She wanted her future kids, if they happen to be boys, to be trans. We'll just say it trans that way. She phrased it a little bit differently. So yeah, these weirdos. I tell you, you can't. You want to fix stupid, but at the same time you say, listen, I put up enough effort. If you can't follow the breadcrumbs, I can't help you, man. Can't help you. The left controls the education system. For the most part, I mean, there's some good folks out there, but yeah, for the most part. For the most part. Yes, indeed. Amy, Melissa, are they doing a DNQ tonight? See if we can check that out before... Sam, I know you got here just moments ago, but we were kind of starting to wrap things up. But if you want to hit that back button, you're more than welcome to kind of check out what we had so far. Some fun and interesting news stories. They canceled the Alkaline. Alkaline? However you pronounce it, the Star Wars show. The one with the lady that never had any, expressions on her face. She just kind of had that same, just kind of blank. I'm in a Star Wars show. Well, not anymore, lady. Not anymore. All right, well, waiting on Amy, want to say thank you to everybody out here Sam included, just showing up and having a great time in the chat here. Of course, Mrs. Peabody and Peabody as well. You know, we had a good run there, trying to get the old DNC nod. It just didn't work out. Just didn't work out. Maybe Canadian Prime Minister. Maybe we can start early and maybe. I mean, you would have the very first bear, the very first American bear as your Prime Minister. Of course, I don't want to have anything to do with England, so I might have to. Listen, the first plank of Bear's prime ministership in Canada would be involving putting the tea into the river and breaking Canada away from the clutches of the fast approaching fascism in England there. Fast approaching. Yes, indeed. Amy and Melissa, we also want to thank them. And all of our Russian bots, lurkers as well, we do appreciate all of you. But you know what, people? All this talk about salmon repopulating has made Bear hungry. So he's gonna head back into the woods. So until next time, people, grrr. Hey, Jiminy, grrr. A grrr. You came in at the last second. Hope you have a great time. Take care, everybody.